Gojira, starring Akira Takarada, Hiro Nakajima, Momoko Kochi, Takashi Shimurua, this is gonna be horrible. Godzilla 1954 or Gojira is one of the most iconic, influential kaiju films to have ever been made. Every modern day kaiju film's roots are influenced by this movie. This movie is absolutely amazing, even though it's not one of my favorite Godzilla movies. We'll get into it, but it's not. So the plot of Gojira, a bunch of random ships in the Japanese coast are being destroyed, and then they do some research and find traces of radiation and find a giant monster on Odo Island, which they name Gojira, aka gorilla whale. There's a love triangle between Ogata, Emiko, and Dr. Serizawa. Basically, Emiko is set up to marry Dr. Serizawa, but she's in love with Ogata. Drama and turmoil with that going on. Meanwhile, scientists are trying to figure out what's going on, specifically Dr. Yamane, and then Godzilla shows up and attacks Tokyo. They did not expect it, so they take time to prep, evacuate, this, that, and the other thing before Godzilla comes back. Then Godzilla comes back and pretty much decimates Tokyo in one of the most iconic rampage scenes of kaiju film history. Meanwhile, Dr. Serizawa is developing in secret a weapon that could destroy Godzilla, the weapon being the oxygen destroyer, which destroys life at an oxygen molecule level. I don't fucking know how the science behind it works. They use that in a self-sacrifice Dr. Serizawa going down with Ogata. Dr. Serizawa, ends his own life to defeat Godzilla. That's kind of the plot. I mean, I'm probably missing a lot of plot points. All in all, Gojira is a great movie, but it is very depressing. It's not one of my favorite Godzilla movies, and for me, it's always a hard watch. And I understand why it's depressing. I get the symbolism behind it. But for me personally, I prefer the 1956 King of the Monsters Raymond Burr version. The plot of that one is very similar to 54 Gojira, but with Raymond Burr. He's in it, and pretty much it's kind of from American perspective a bit. Re-edited, additional scenes shot. It toned down on the nuclear angle quite a bit. It's still there, but not as much as like in Gojira. I feel like I could just relate more to Raymond Burr's character. Now, we'll talk about the special effects in the movie. They're really good for what they are and still hold up to this day, in my opinion. I really enjoy the miniature work. I love the suit. I love the fact that the Godzilla suit weighed almost 300 pounds and Nakajima was having to move that thing around and getting heat stroke constantly. I think it was between 3 and 5 minutes at a time he could be in the suit. And then the miniature work is still top notch to this day. The miniature jeeps and tanks and the planes, it's all great. The explosions in it are fantastic. I love the sets in it. The music is daunting, haunting. It's absolutely amazing. And that's for, again, both Gojira and King of the Monsters. So yeah, I definitely would say, as far as giant monster movies, to me, this is iconic. The original Gojira and King of the Monsters, it's iconic. I remember when I was a kid, I had the King of the Monsters on VHS. I still have my copy to this day. I just remember rewatching this movie so many times. It's black and white, it's mysterious, it's scary, haunting. I love it. I love it. The destruction's fantastic. One of the longest Godzilla rampage scenes still in all the Godzilla movies. So, I don't know, man. Like I said, I highly recommend them. 1954 for me is a 3 out of 5. It doesn't resonate as much with me, but I can sit here and say it's a high recommendation, especially if you're getting into Godzilla. And then the Raymond Burr King of the Monsters re-edit is a 4 out of 5, just because I relate more to that movie. I have more sentimental attachments to it because I was able to watch that since I was a kid. I didn't watch Gojira for the first time until Classic Media put it out on DVD, which I still have to this day. But yeah, definitely check it out. It's iconic. It is iconic. Man, if only they had him fight a monster. Thank you guys for watching. And if you like what you see here, maybe give me a subscribe, maybe a notification bell ring. Alright, go away.